Why does it?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Becca,
Yes.
you there? Oh, good. Okay, okay. Maybe
Yes.
it's the Zoom. Maybe it's the YouTube thing because it says it's setting us up.
Okay. It says
It's
meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
whoa, that's crazy.
We're live, people. Come watch us.
Um, okay, that's crazy. I can see us on YouTube.
Like a few seconds behind.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow, this is crazy. Sorry for everybody listening that our minds are blown right now because we've never done a YouTube live. But hi, Humble Bees. Welcome to our first ever YouTube live. Hi, guys. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. I'm going to share this.
Yes. Welcome, Humblebees.
How cool is this? I can't even believe we're doing this right now. This is just crazy. Crazy exciting. Okay, maybe I should use my phone though to actually share this link so that I'm not I don't want to like block up all of my computer screen. So
Right.
what are you, while I do that, while I share the things, will you tell everybody while we're going live why we're even here? Because this is so neat and exciting.
This is really neat. So Lauren and I have stuff that we like text each other through the week. And then on Fridays we post about the mega list, which Lauren has started doing for the last over 3 years on her blog. And so today we felt like, hey, let's go live. We can talk about some of the things that we've really enjoyed through the week, and we'll link that in the blog later as well. But thank you guys so much for joining us. This is so exciting.
This is very exciting. I need to fix something on the screen too. Let me share this link.
Do you want us to see both of us, or is it
Right. That's how it is right now. You can see both of us. So do you think it's better?
Yeah, I think for this one.
Cool. Cool. Okay. So do you want to start like with the list and I'll keep sharing this all over the place? Or I tell you
sure,
what,
absolutely.
before we do that, because let's give everybody some time to actually find us on here.
Oh yeah.
Will you give like a brief explanation of the things that we've got going on right now? Like we're going to be setting up Patreon and we're going to be having some new podcasters start soon. So maybe we can do some like quick, what do they call that? Where you're doing like house cleaning on your episode. We'll just bring everybody up to speed.
Oh, cut out.
Oh, am I gone? Am I back now? Can you hear me now?
I didn't catch any of that.
No. Okay. Can you hear me now? Uh-oh. Guys, we've never been live before. So #NotProfessional. If you're watching this, this is the first time we've ever gone live on YouTube. So I'm writing it right now on Facebook, our first ever live on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Come join. Oh, you can hear me now. Maybe?
I can hear you now.
Yay! Okay, good, good. I wonder why that's happening. That's really weird.
I don't know. Streaming is like it's more power.
Oh, that's right. That's a good point.
It's going to use really high internet.
That makes sense. Listeners, while you're logging in to check out this live feed, just know that you can totally send us questions, and I will be checking to see what questions you ask us so that we can answer them while we're live here before we close out. So they have anything that you want to ask us. But before, Becca, you lost my feed where you couldn't hear me. I was just
missing some stuff.
Is it blanking in and out? Let us know, listeners, if you can hear us. If the sound is okay. I can't turn the sound on my thingy-mabob because if I do, like then I'll hear us in the background of while we're talking.
That's true. Yeah, seriously.
Which would be really weird. So, okay, I've got it all shared on Facebook. I'm just going to share the link on Twitter, and then we'll get into the bulk of what we're doing. And I promise we'll get way better at this as we go along.
Aww.
We're gonna get better.
So cool.
Yeah,
we're still not professional.
No, #NotProfessional.
Nope.
And that's okay. We're getting there. We're just learning. Y'all are learning with us while we learn. Okay, now it's been shared all over the place. And so we can sort of get through some fluff. I really wanted to start with some stuff that was just fun first. So we have Yeah, like just some fun stuff for first before we really get into it. So we have some really cool new shirts that we've just released. We've been talking about this for a little while. I'm wearing one of them right now. And it is if you can see, maybe I should stand up. This is the roses are red, violets are blue.
That's on my end.
I don't know why Becca can't hear me. Oh no. I'm gonna figure this out real quick. Let's see. I don't see any audio issues from this perspective, but if you're listening and you can't hear us, let us know and we can get that fixed. So very weird. Yeah. Everybody is going to be listening later on down the road and they're going to be like,
what happened?
I don't understand. What's going on? What's happening? Super weird. It's just super, super duper weird.
It's internet. Blame it on the internet.
The internet causes a lot of problems.
It really does. Seriously.
So, okay. Oh, we do have a listener that said that they can hear everything just fine. So that's good.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. Very good. Okay. So let me see if I can make sure to keep the live chat up. Yes, there we are. Now, why are we coming to you live? That was one of the things that was super important that I was hoping we'd get to tell them. So Becca, will you let our listeners know why we're coming to them live?
We wanted to go live just to have something, another kind of episode through the week. That was kind of one idea. And Lauren's been doing the mega list on her blog for over 3 years now. And I was like, hey, it'd be a good idea if we just talked about some of the things through the week. We already do this anyways. We text each other throughout the week of things that we really enjoyed that we found links to, and we send it to each other. So we're like, why don't we talk about it? Why don't we just record live? She was already talking about going live, doing something. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what about mega list? That would be really fun to talk about our favorite things.
I love it. I'm really excited. So as I guess we'll just get into the mega list then. I think as long as everybody else can hear us, we'll just we'll see what we can do about us not being able to hear each other.
I know. So far so good. I switched the internet. So
good. Okay.
On my end.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, in that case then, let's go ahead and get started. We have a few things on our mega list today. Sometimes our mega lists are really, really long and sometimes they're kind of short. But one thing that we wanted to make sure that we put on here is the recent Susan Heck video that we were listening to. And you have this on here, Becca. Why don't you tell them about it?
So one of our other podcasters who just joined, Breath of Life, she messaged us about Susan Heck, and I totally forgot about her name because Justin Peters has referenced her a few times as a good Bible teacher. That's a woman that's really good to listen to. Susan Heck is really interesting. She has a whole YouTube channel called With the Master, I think is what it's called. And she's also on regular podcasts as well, but she has a new YouTube going on, and she's got tons of stuff available. She has not recorded. She has memorized books of the Bible.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
And entire books.
Yeah, entire books. And I'm like, yeah, I want to learn from that. I want to learn how to. I was listening to her on my walk yesterday on her about Colossians, and I was like, it was blowing my mind.
Definitely, for sure. The fact that she's able to remember that much. And we're going to have her on the program.
Yes. Early February, right?
Yeah. And you sent me her book. I'm very excited about this. I can't wait to read it.
That's
it's very small. So I think I can read this, actually read it, instead of having a Audible version because it's small. Might take me a little while, but I think I can handle this.
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask her when she comes on if she's going to, none of her books. I got another bigger one. I'm not going to have time to read it probably before she comes on, but I was like, I want to ask her if she's going to switch over to Audible or have a Kindle version or something. That's another option. Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea.
But that one, Lauren and I can both read before she comes on.
Yeah, it's short enough. We can handle that. I thought this was really funny that we were posting about, well, actually it wasn't us, somebody else posted this, and it was just her talking but she was talking about, I guess like maybe it was one of her lectures or something. And one of our, actually one of the writers for our blog sent me a message. It was so funny because it had said, listen to this great sermon or something on it. And she was just like, oh my gosh, you freaked me out so much because I thought you were saying that this was a woman preacher. And she goes, she was like, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone or something.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so glad you pointed that out.
Yeah, that reminds me of the women's teaching thing that I had the other night, because they were asked about like women teachers, but the thing is, that's a second tier issue. So we're gonna have Reformed women who are okay with women preaching.
Yeah.
And they might not agree with women preaching on Sundays. They might be. So that's why you see this whole possible Beth Moore stuff.
I've got a straw, but thank you so much. My sweet daughter. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry, she brought me a straw. We're live right now. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
This is Kaylee. Yeah, everybody knows Kaylee. You guys know Kaylee. Here she is.
Hi.
Kaylee's so sweet.
Live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live on YouTube. Cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. High five. How's your lessons going?
I finished all of them like 20 minutes ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, Mom.
So you must be having fun then, huh?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Well, I love you bunches.
I'm reading my Survivalopedia while reading Harry Potter.
Well, that's a lot of reading at once.
I'm gonna recommend Harry Potter.
I'm reading while I'm reading.
We'll just start that battle right now.
Right now.
And have it hashed out. I love you.
Yes. But we are reading that book about Two Kingdoms Doctrine.
Yes, that's true.
That'll be coming up hopefully soon.
Yeah. I really like that. I've been really enjoying it, and hopefully we can get him on. Another author that we're going to be able to get on in April is Rachel Green Miller. She's one of the hosts of the Theology Gals, so that's going to be kind of fun.
Yes, and her name's Rachel Green. I keep thinking Rachel Green from Friends.
Right? Like,
I'm totally going to ask her.
It's perfect. Like, that name is perfect. It's crazy. I can't wait for you to ask her. It's going to be really fun.
Like, do you get asked that a lot?
Right? Seriously.
Slip that in there.
Yeah.
We have another author coming on the 12th. I forget her first name's Brooke. I forget her last name. It starts with another B, but she has chronic pain, and we have her book. We're going to read that. I'm actually going to like schedule out. Is that book going to be okay with you? Because I know it's a book and it's actually pretty big.
I think it'll be okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I'm sure she does have it on Amazon and Kindle and stuff. If you do, I can try to ask if she needs to send us a link for that.
I'll check and see. No, usually the Kindles are pretty cheap. Okay, I'm totally ready to start to the next one. I just wanted to mention the funny thing that happened with that, like with the ladies. Also, I think Michelle Leslie recently wrote an article about this. And
she did. Was it yesterday?
I think so.
And it was like about like it's a second tier issue. Let's let it just be a second tier issue kind of a thing.
Right. So maybe we can well, we can't link to anything. Never mind, because this is happening live.
I know we'll link it later.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll write that down, Michelle. She did. It's on her if you go to her Michelle Leslie on Facebook, she has it linked right now if you wanted to check that out.
Yes. Super awesome. Okay, the next thing on our list of mega lists. Our list of mega lists. It's not a list of lists. This is why we don't go live.
This is why we don't.
Wow. That's okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah. I like number 2. I like the number 2. You know what? I had someone who's also into apologetics, and he said too about answers in Genesis, which Lauren mentioned me just this week and said the exact same thing. So I'm like so stoked. I haven't had a chance to listen to him yet, but I'm so excited.
Oh, that's cool. That's really, really great. Oh, how fun.
Twice in 1 week. My word of faith would just be like, oh, God's speaking to me this week. And
oh my goodness, that is so true. Like as long as if it happens 3 times, then you know it's actually holy, like twice is important because you've got the 2 witnesses.
Yes, it's confirmed. But 3's like it's straight up from God. Like it's
it's so bad. Like if you had a family of unbelievers and they really wanted to mess with you as a word of faither, you're really kind of a sitting duck on that one.
Yes. Did you see the meme I posted today?
I did not. What is it?
Did you post a meme? I missed it. I posted a funny one. It's an NSYNC one.
Oh, I love it whenever you post stuff about it.
The song I'm gonna sing the next time someone tells me to have more faith. Baby,
love
I'm just
that.
gonna straight up do that.
Yep. And just like mic drop and walk off. Like I just sang to you. You know what I meant. Like I sang you bye bye bye.
Yes. I think that's the most gracious thing I can do.
Should we have like a bye 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 grace card though? Like with this?
Oh my gosh, yes. I also, someone messaged under the comments on Instagram, Revelation Angel. He's the same one that messaged about answers to Genesis.
Oh, cool.
Revelation Angel.
Shout out.
What did he say? He said, I learned something new today. Instinct could be used as a practical tool to bust up false heresy. I was like, I know, right? I also have talk to the hand because the face don't want to hear it anymore as a backup. Which is so 90s. It's like, I haven't said that phrase in forever, but I'm totally going to bring that out. Bring it back.
What was the thing that we used to say, like, talk to the hand because the face don't care or something? And then
like, talk to the hand, the face don't want to hear it anymore.
But there was like a whole thing, right? Like, wait, come back. You need to take it back.
It's just talk to the hand.
Oh boy.
Yes.
So much
is flashing. So practical though. It is a practical thing that you can do.
We need more practical things like that, I think. You know, like
you can apply this in your life.
Yes, exactly. Right. Yeah. Like these are ways that we're helping you people so that you can like really, I got nothing. You know what? Don't do that. I'm just joking. Okay. Next thing on our list. Oh, wait, but before we move on, I did want to mention one of the reasons why we were excited about Answers in Genesis is because before I even got saved, before I was even actually a believer, when I was still a false convert, I was learning about creationism. And so the way that I learned about this, I don't know if you guys have watched How to Train a Dragon.
Yes.
Kaylee really liked that. She liked that show. She liked that movie. And so while we were watching it, she goes, Mommy, come check out these dinosaurs. And I'm like, she's 3 or 4. She's really, really little. 3. She's super little. And I'm like, these are dragons. How am I going to like nicely tell her these are not dinosaurs? But when you look at the video and the screen, you're like, wait, those are totally dinosaurs. And it got me thinking, like, why are dragons and dinosaurs looking so similar? And so I kind of started Googling it, and I came upon a lot of nonsense. Like there are so many videos of people saying that they're seeing dinosaurs, and then they've got like the cute little CGI dinosaur running through the forest. It was super cute. But then I actually saw some really great actual scientists that were explaining how it came about that dinosaurs were actually, like, that's a new word. It was invented in like the 1850s. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just means like giant lizard or something like that. So I was so obsessed with this. Like the information overload that I had was insane. And that was sort of the first hint that what I was learning was not substantial enough, because I had never heard anything about whether or not the Bible meshed up with evolution or whether or not they were different. I had never even heard like the beginning of whether or not we should agree with evolution. That had never been brought up. And so I was like, well, wait a minute, like we learned about evolution all throughout school. Why is no one in church teaching this? And that was kind of like a little bit of a little taste of there might be something wrong.
Right.
Maybe this is not helpful. Maybe this is not teaching me everything I need to know. So anyways, that's how I found Answers in Genesis. And from there, after getting saved in particular, they are very solid theologically.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you will hear their videos and their Answers in Genesis. They tend to quote like John MacArthur and Paul Washer. Yes, they quote really great
content. Is it primarily for kids, or is it anybody can watch this? Is this
I would actually say most of the videos are probably geared towards at least teenage age or up, not in the context, like there's nothing inappropriate, but just the extensiveness of the information you're getting, you're learning from scientists. But they do have kids curriculums, and their Bible curriculum for VBS is actually the top VBS curriculum, I think.
Oh, nice. That's
Last
awesome.
year.
Totally. That's my jam coming up.
I know, right? Kaylee
Yes.
actually did one of their VBS a couple of years ago, and it was so much fun. It was just really, really a lot of fun. They have a whole setup and everything. It was really cool. So that's Answers in Genesis. We're really thankful for their ministry and all of their scientists that they have. The next thing on the list, I'm so excited for. You don't know this, Becca, but I just started Kaylee on this book.
Did you? Oh, I love this book. And I added, so number 3 is Anna Green Gables playlist for studying. Have you ever seen the one from the 80s?
I don't think I have.
Oh
I don't
my
think
gosh. It's
if
so
I have,
good.
I don't remember.
It's so good. You might be able to get it from your local library or rent it or something. It's so worth it. It's totally worth it. And there's a third one. I don't know how people feel about that. The first 2 are amazing. The third one, it's not my favorite, but the music for this is just amazing. So I will play it a lot in the background. It's a very good instrumental that I can just listen to while I'm reading the Bible, while I'm reading a book.
Is that the new one?
No, this is Anna Green Gables. I forget the guy's name, but he also did the show The Road to Avonlea. He's a director. The new Anna Green Gables is like, it's with like a lot of context of today. It has a lot of like social justice type stuff that's in there that I'm like, Anna Green Gables on Prince Edward Island would have no idea about this stuff in the 1800s or 1900s. I'm like, no way.
No. Yeah, that really bothered me. I tried to, like, Kaylee loved it too whenever we first started watching it, but after a little while, it was like, there's no way this is right. There is no way.
And it's not like that in the movies that you would see from, I think it's Kevin Sullivan. I think that maybe someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a really good director. And that show too, Road to Avonlea, is spin-off from Anna Green Gables. Oh, that's cool. Really good too. Yeah. It's 8 seasons or something, 8 or 9. So
wow. Okay, that's really cool. I'll have to show that to Kaylee too. Maybe she'll like that. She's really liking the book. Yeah, it was on a list of things that where she's at with her art, or not language arts. That's the name of it. I know words.
Oh, nice. I know words.
Her language arts is there.
Patrick from the Cross said he loves that Road to Avonlea. I like when I posted about that in the Facebook group, I was like, does anybody remember the Road to Avonlea show? And he was the only one that actually was like, yeah, I love that show. And cool. And he said he got onto Anna Green Gables, I think I forget who. I'd have to read the comment again, but he was on from some other preacher who also mentions about Anna Green Gables. So
that's really cool.
It's good for guys and girls.
Yeah, I think that's a really good book for morals and stuff too. Like as you're seeing people being treated poorly, which is why social justice doesn't fit there, because this is like an orphan story.
Yeah, don't watch the Netflix one. Actually, the first season of it is not too bad. I actually liked what they did with the first season, but the second and third, like, I can't even.
Do they do that with all shows now? Like, is that just the idea? Like, okay, let's make the first season mostly appropriate. Christians won't mind. They'll get addicted to it. They'll get attached to the characters. And then the next season, let's just throw a whole bunch of stuff that they'll hate. See if we can get them to keep watching. What is that? Why is that always constantly happening?
I know it does. And then it doesn't feel real. You're not watching. I'm not enjoying it because now it just feels like I'm watching something from today. And I can't get into the story at that point. Yeah. Unfortunately.
It's true. Anytime they mess with a storyline like that, I was watching something the other day that was supposed to be set like before the 1,000-year century, right? So like way, way, way back 1,000 years ago, and somebody had highlights, and I was like, pfft.
I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like what's that one show, When Calls the Heart? And their hair would just be on point. And I'd be like, that's not how it would be in the Wild West.
Nope. Definitely
like women.
Not.
Yeah, no. Like it wouldn't be styled that way. There's no way.
I feel like if they really wanted to impress people with any kind of show, they could just go actually like straight up historical. Like what is that? There's some of those movies that
are very historically accurate.
Like Pride and Prejudice. You see, like they don't have the big floofy dresses. They're actually wearing dresses that would have been worn at the time. I like that.
Do you like the movie one?
Yeah.
Or do you like the one with Keira Knightley?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
their clothing. I think
Yeah.
I prefer the older movies
Yeah.
of Pride and Prejudice to that, but their clothing in the Keira Knightley one looks more realistic. And I
Yeah.
love the giant top hat that one dude is
Oh
wearing.
yeah, the Catherine or something. I forget.
I want the giant top hat so bad.
Well, then you're really gonna like Anne of Green Gables.
Nice.
So
Okay.
it's very historically accurate, and also it was filmed in the 80s, which was a time when people really weren't doing a lot of they were doing more natural type hairstyles even back then. So there's a lot of natural hair in Anne of Green Gables. I heard Little
Nice.
Women is really good too. They kept talking about that at our women's meeting.
What is it? What was it?
Little Women.
Oh, yeah, that's on the list for Kaylee too.
Yeah, there's a new movie out too.
Oh, I did
A
not
new
know
one.
that.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down. Have y'all listened to it, listeners? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. They were talking about it. Actually, the guy who was our teacher that night was talking about it, and I was like, wow, even he thought it was good, because I thought it was going to be all social justice-y.
Right.
Which,
or feminists nonsense.
Feminist, but I don't think it's feminist with today's standards of feminist. It's more of, trying to write a book.
Yeah.
I won't go into it. No spoilers here from Becca.
No spoilers. Okay, now I definitely have to check it out. Now my interest is piqued. Okay, next thing on the list. I'm really, really excited about this one.
Yes, you gotta share with us.
I've actually talked about this on the blog before, but I've never done it in a mega list. So it's in when I did talk about it on the blog, that's been like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a long time. So Librivox, I think librivox.org is what it is.
I'm looking it up right now.
It is so neat. This is a volunteer-based website where they take all of the books in the public domain and they have them read and put into Audible chapters for you. So if you wanted to read something, there's a lot of, well, actually all of the 1st century, 2nd century, early church fathers' writings is on there. You're going to find all of John Calvin's writings on there. Martin Luther's got a lot of books on there. Jonathan Edwards has a lot of books on there. Thomas Watson, Thomas Brooks. I mean, they're all of these guys. Even some Charles Spurgeon books are on there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Pilgrim's Progress, I think, is on there. If it's and also John Bunyan, who wrote Pilgrim's Progress, he actually wrote other books, and those are in there too. And so when I first started the blog and I wanted to do like a weekly book review, I realized that it was going to be really expensive if I didn't find some other option. And so I stumbled on Librivox, and they even have a podcast version for most of the books that you find on there. So you can go to your podcast place, type in Librivox, type in the name of the book that you're looking for, and it might just pull up a podcast version of that whole book. Nice. Yeah, so they've got it really well organized. It's been a really tremendous blessing. It's not like a Christian company though. Like they're just all books in the public domain are going to be in there. So that's been really helpful. Librivox.org.
I know. I'm literally looking it up right now, people.
Yeah, because I like the Audible version of books a lot better than anything else. It helps me. I can retain it better that way if I read it audibly, if I have it read to me.
That's awesome. Do you like there's a pro option? Do you like the pro option at all? It's $3 for that one.
I didn't know there was a pro option.
It doesn't have very many like the regular one has 15,000 downloads from people installing the app, and the other one has 921 for the pro.
Oh.
But I don't know what the pro does.
I don't either. I had no idea they had that.
Yeah, unlimited access to over 50,000 with no ads. Wow. Each audiobook can be streamed over the internet or downloaded for later use.
Ooh, that's
from the other one?
Say it again?
Is that different from the free one?
I guess so. I think there were ads whenever I listened, but I'm too cheap. I'm not going to pay for anything else.
The other one's $3.
I mean, that's not too bad, but I'm still not going to pay it.
I'll deal with the ads.
You can also, if there's a book that you want that is in the public domain, a lot of times they'll be either like 99 cents or free in Kindle. So if you don't want an Audible version of it, you want like the Kindle version of it, a lot of times they're just flat out free. And I don't know how I ended up with it, but I have Kindle Unlimited. So there's a bunch of books, and it's almost like a library. I can take 10 books at a time.
Oh, okay.
And they're free. And so
Kindle Unlimited. Did you have to pay for that?
I have no idea.
She's like, I didn't look.
I don't know if I'm paying for it or not. I know it's there and it wasn't before, and now we have.
So funny.
There you go. There's lots of ways. What I'm excited about that for is that there's a lot of wisdom in older books, in all these books that are in the public domain. There's great writers today. I'm not saying that there's not, but there's just a small amount of great writers today.
Right.
So
Yes.
if you've exhausted R.C. Sproul and you've exhausted John MacArthur books, and you need something, and you want, maybe even if you just want to learn more about the way that the Puritans believed, they're all in Librivox or those very cheap, sometimes free Kindle versions. So yeah, we want to encourage reading these great books.
Yeah.
Because like Becca always says, life is short. Read good books.
Yes. I'm gonna make a meme of that. Like, I don't know who actually. I think it's just a popular phrase that's out there. I don't think it's even. I've just heard it so many times.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, before we move on to the very last thing on the list. No, you know what? Let's do the last thing on the list, but remind me to come back to this because the last thing on the list has to do with the thing that we were just talking about. So let's go to that, and then I'll come back to this.
Okay. So the last one, you want to do number 5?
Yeah. Do it.
So Patrick from Cave to the Cross Apologetics YouTube channel, he recommended that he listens to books at a higher speed. And I'm like, I've seen that option. It's just never clicked with me when you're reading, or not only reading, but listening to a podcast or YouTube. You have the option to make it go faster. Like, I usually listen to it at 1, but you can listen to 1.25 or 1.5 or 2 times the speed. And I've actually been able to listen to more podcasts. Like when I go for a walk, I can listen to it in twice the time, or half the time, I mean, but I can listen to more content. And I've just found that really helpful. Have you been trying it too?
I have, yeah. I actually tried this on a John MacArthur sermon because
Did you?
I did on the Grace to You app. They have that option too. And it's not that he speaks slowly per se, but like there's some pauses in between.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited. Like it's almost like you're just opening up all of this opportunity to get more things read and more things listened to, because when I was able to put it on 2, you could still understand him. It didn't even make his voice squeaky or anything.
Yes,
you could understand him perfectly. Mm-hmm. So that means we can watch twice as many podcasts, listen to twice as many books. The only thing I can't do it on is I've set my phone up. If you guys haven't done this, listen super careful. This is important. This might be the most important thing you hear the whole show. You can set your phone up to read to you. So if you are like me, where you just don't have time to sit and read all the blogs that you want to read, all the books that you want to read, you can actually, if you have a Kindle book, and I do this with all of my blogs, because I probably go through 2 to 3 dozen blogs a day, reading different blogs. And all you have to do on my phone, because I have it set up, is I swipe 2 fingers down and it starts reading me all of the content on the page.
I'm looking this up right now. I'm like going to like Michelle Leslie, for instance.
Nice. It's so much easier. I can listen to blogs while I'm doing dishes or folding clothes and stuff. So I can multitask, which makes it a lot easier. If I'm going on a walk with the dog, I'll do the little 2 fingers down and it'll start my book on Kindle. So
what is the 2 fingers down? What does that do?
It's weird. Like, I can't remember all the buttons that I had to press, but if you Google it and just type in how to make my phone read to you, there's 2 different ways to do it, where you can, you set up different settings on your phone. And then once you're done setting up all the settings on your phone, you touch just close to the top of the screen and pull down with 2 fingers and it should start reading to you. Mm-hmm. And so that's been a lot of fun. We really are. I'm
literally doing that right now.
Right? Like it just, I don't know how to do it on an Android. My phone's an iPhone, but why would they not advertise this? This is so neat.
Yes. Is it sounds? Is it under sounds?
I think it is under preference and sounds, but we really I've changed it all up, but you can change the speaking, like who's speaking. Is it an Australian voice? But it's still going to be Siri. It's still going to be a computer voice. So you can't actually fast forward her. It's just not possible. It's already weird the way she says things. So yeah, that's the only drawback. A lot of the words that she says, she's sounding them out. yeah, it's just not, it's not good. So, but I'm thankful for it still, but you can't fast forward it like you can the Kindle books
I'm
and
gonna do that.
Audible books and stuff like that. That's so
Yeah,
helpful. These
that
are
is
helpful
really
tips. Thank you, Patrick from Cave to the Cross. If you
Yes.
guys aren't listening to the Cave to the Cross Apologetics podcast, I just don't know what you're doing with your time. So
Right, I know. I'm so excited about this, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to download YouTube and like be able to listen to Cave to the Cross. I'm very thankful that Patrick, he might be joining us for a Brother B segment from now and then. I'm so excited to have him on.
I am
Brother
too. 'Cause
B.
he thinks of the best questions.
He does.
Yeah, his
We
questions
made
are so much
entire
fun.
videos on his
Uh,
questions.
Yeah, like and some of his questions have actually spurred me to like think of a whole episode about some of the topics that he's mentioned.
That's awesome.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
I know. So he mentioned about that twice the speed thing. So I added an article about like just info about those if you're curious. I think even Patrick kind of mentioned too that like if you start out, you might want to start out with 1.25 or 1.5 and then work your way up. So, and they give you different information about like what each speed is doing, how many words you're actually comprehending. Like it was really interesting. So I'm all about it. I'm like, I can listen to it at twice the speed and catch more stuff. And because I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like I've gotten so behind, especially when I was working and doing school and like had so much going on last semester. And now I'm like, I can do this while I'm making a meme while I'm like,
I can do so many things at the same time. It's so overwhelming. Who needs sleep? I don't.
Who needs right? Yeah, no, we don't need sleep.
As we're proved time and time again.
I know. And today we were in the same boat. We woke up, we texted each other. We were like, we're both like tired. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And my med made me really tired this morning. And she's like,
Yes.
nope, me too.
I know. Oh my goodness. If it wasn't for the fact that I get to talk to Becca, I would probably not be doing this right now because I was just like, I don't know if it's worth having to get my makeup on for this. But I get to talk to Becca and that's totally worth doing my makeup. So, but yeah, I
get to
did.
talk to Lauren. We just record our shenanigans, people.
We do. It's true. If I was on my own still podcast, well, if I didn't have Becca as a co-host, I wouldn't be podcasting anymore. I would have quit a long time ago, but
I quit Instagram.
I definitely wouldn't be doing this. Like,
ditto. It's so much fun. It's so much fun when you have your bestie.
It is. It's true. It makes it more fun.
It does. It makes it so much fun. So this is like, you're literally seeing our just highlights from our text messages, which on our Facebook group, I did post our funny message. I even texted Lauren. I was like, Lauren, are you okay with this snapshot of us like scooping? Are you scooping what I'm pooping? And I sent her a unicorn pooping.
I love it. It was so surprising to me because I was like, now some person decided to take time to create this GIF of this unicorn pooping multicolored ice cream into ice cream cones. And I was like, in my mind, I have this image of like the soft serve actually just being this poor little trapped unicorn, that they're just
that's what he has to do all day.
And they're feeding the unicorn and then squeezing it so that it poops into these like little ice cream cones. I'm sorry that we went this far off topic.
Yeah, sorry guys.
The last thing that I wanted to mention, it's not on our list here, but I just wanted to let you all know that this morning, one of our podcasts, the Check and Low show, did post a brand new episode, and it's about the G3 conference. So I'm excited about that because they got to go to G3. Like you can see a picture of Chuck next to Vodi Bakum.
Yes. I know, it's insane.
Huge. It's
yes.
Like, how tall can one human being be?
Right? I know. I got to see Lo this week.
Yeah.
Wow, what a week Lo had. Last weekend, she was still like, even when I saw her, she's like, dude, I'm still like pumped from G3 conference. It was so cool. And she said the content, all the G3 stuff is kind of protected right now. It's not coming out for 3 more weeks. All the official stuff. So I'm really curious to hear Chuck and Lo's take on being there. That's so cool.
I was really excited about that. I just do want to give like a quick shout out to all of our podcasters. We've got Emily and Zach Avey there on the Aquila and Priscilla Hour. They have a whole playlist underneath our YouTube here. So if you're on our YouTube now, you can click over there and see their playlist. So does the Chuck and Low Show. They've got their own playlist. And if you haven't checked out our mini series, the quick Q&As, that's got its own playlist. It's been really fun to get to answer questions and ask.
Yeah, we gotta do one. We didn't do one this week. We gotta do it next week.
No, you guys will have to wait patiently, I guess. You're welcome.
Send us questions. You want me to make a meme? I can make a meme of like what ask us questions.
Yeah, do it. Okay. Do it. I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
I love it. Yeah.
Before we go, Jenny Williams said that she's seen I guess she said, we've seen the new Little Women. It doesn't compare to the 1995 film.
Okay, I love the 1995 film.
There are things we liked. They delved more into the character and the in-between info about situations. Still a good movie. So that's cool. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how you can beat the 95 movie.
I know the 95 one. Yeah, it's really good.
Good stuff. Yeah,
I do agree. The cinematography looks really good for the newer one, though.
Oh, does it?
Some of the shots, yeah, and the costumes look really good. So sometimes that's why I go see a film.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Seriously. And I think if they're willing to put that much effort into stuff like that I'm like, okay, well, I might pay the money. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to pay the money. I'm going to wait.
I know. Well, I'll rent it later. I know, Lauren, we should have it would be so cool to just dress up like that. We should do that for an episode.
Yes. You know what? When I was in high school, I did that. We did what was called costuming of the or end of the month costuming operation. So we had our own club. We went to the principal, we asked for permission, and yeah. So at the end of each month, we picked a movie and we dressed up as the characters in the movie. It was so much fun.
What were some of the movies you picked?
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't saved at the time, so I apologize for this. But Kill Bill was one of them.
Nice.
Harry Potter was another one. We also did Lord of the Rings, and then I can't remember. I think we did. Gosh, I can't remember the other two, but I know we did 5 months worth. Lord of the Rings was my favorite because we got to be hobbits, and I'm already really short.
Are you short? How tall are you?
I am 5'2" on a good day.
Okay, that's right. I'm 5'6".
Whoa! Oh my goodness! I need you to follow me around, getting things off the shelf for me.
I know.
That would be so super helpful.
Yes. How tall is Justin?
He is just under 6 feet tall.
Wow, he's tall. Okay, Blake's 5'8".
Yeah, that's it's helpful since I'm so short to have somebody that can reach. And I'm hopeful that Kaylee will get that. Well, based on her trajectory, the doctors say that she'll get at least 5'4", maybe 5'5". So she just can't ever move out. She'll have to stay with me and continue to help me get things off shelves.
Right.
Yeah. I totally let her climb on shelves too at Walmart. If I can't reach something, I'm like, all right.
Get behind her and
Yeah. I'm supporting her. I'm not gonna let her fall. But
you were literally supporting her.
Yes. I'm supporting her decision to climb on things. Yes. They put stuff too high up there.
They do.
I mean, you're never gonna find an employee. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! And why is Walmart always unloading stuff in the middle of the day?
Thank you. Do you need to stock in the aisle? I found one Walmart in town that all of their stuff, instead of bringing the stocking stuff into the aisle where they are directly in your way, it stays and they have larger aisles for this. Yeah. So it's all out there where it's not in anybody's way, and they're bringing it slowly box by box. But I'm like, you have all night. You have all night. You're open 24/7.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that irks us so bad. We're just.
I know the aisles are not meant for that. That's why you do it at night.
Yes.
I don't get. Yeah. I don't know why. Maybe people can tell us why. I wonder if they have to pay more if they have people overnight. Usually night shifts have a
shift diff.
Yeah.
Shift diff. Justin gets a shift diff. He works nights. We like that shift diff. Right. We're okay with that.
No, they would rather have people have more accidents in the middle of the day.
Yeah, what? I don't understand what is going on. Get out of the way. It's not one person putting things on a shelf. It's an entire cart. You're taking up a whole portion of items that I need.
Know. And you're putting stuff away and they sometimes the employee, I'm disturbing their work. I feel, but I'm shopping. Get out of my way.
Exactly. I feel so bad to be like, can you please move?
Yeah.
But also I'm shopping right now, so I need to hurry.
So much if I was the employee.
Right? Yeah. No, that would be really frustrating to always have to be moving out of somebody's way. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. We totally got into a squirrel, but that's it. That's our mega list for today. Thank you for joining us live. We really have never done this before, so this was kind of fun. Hopefully the video will still be up. I think that's how it works. If you missed it and you want to come back, just skip the first 10 minutes of us being completely confused.
And the last. Right? Well, Becca was figuring out her internet.
We were totally confused. Hashtag not professional. All right.
Yes.
Well, that's it, guys. We'll talk to you later then.
Yes. Love you
Bye,
guys.
Hufflebees.
Bye.
Love y'all.